How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing how to make a speed gauge piano based banger like YUQT. YUQT have been absolutely smashing it recently. They just finished their 5-week residency up in London and have plenty more gigs on the way. Definitely check these boys out on Spotify if you haven't heard of them already. Anyway, here's a preview of my remake and what you'll have made by the end of this video. Great, so this track is essentially made of 3 layers. Firstly, the drums, the Reese Bass, and the piano. Let's firstly start with the drums. Great, so the first element we have is this kick. It's just a kick hitting on every beat. It's also got a bit of drum bus just to fatten it up a bit. The MIDI looks like this, just on every beat. Then we've got a hat on top, on the off beat. Then we've got a clap, every second beat. Then we've got a top loop, add a bit of swing. Then another top loop just for more energy. Then we've got this white noise layer, helps to fill it out. And then lastly, this percussion. If we have a look at this white noise layer, I don't normally do this, but I felt like it needed just some extra energy. Originally I used a ride, but then I swapped it out with this white noise. So all I did was grab one of the risers. So all of these drums, just to let you know, are from my Speed Gauge Volume 5 drums pack. This pack has tons of loops, one-shots and effects, making it easy for you to make sick speed gauge like the pros. The link for that pack is in the description. Anyway, so what I've done is grab a riser from this pack. So just riser 9, this. And I've dragged that into a simpler. And then I just highlighted the end bit. So if I solo it, it's gonna sound like this. So it's just that last bit of white noise playing. You can also move that along. Make it brighter, darker, up to you. But it helps to fill out the mix a little bit more. I then added a side chain, so this is a kickstart, put it all the way to 100. Without this. With it. Helps create that pumping effect so it doesn't get in the way of the kick. And I've just added an EQ to take away any of that low end. And you can see there's all this low end that we don't really need. We're going to bring it higher up. Next, we have this percussion. So this is just a rim shot from the pack. Then I've done this MIDI where it's sort of going up and down. And if I take off the effects, it's going to sound quite strange. So if I play that with the track, really messy, but I've added this EQ to take out any of the low end. I then added this kickstart again, side chain, and I've used it to sort of manipulate the sound, so it's not playing in the first sort of like 3/4 of the bar. Using sort of side chain on like percussion loops, you can really get some cool sort of textures and patterns. So I definitely recommend trying it out. I then got another side chain, which to be fair isn't actually doing anything. I think this was just left on from originally. And then just lastly, I've got this reverb. It's making it a little bit wetter, but I've got the decay really low, so you can barely hear it, but you don't want like a long decay on percussion, otherwise it's going to drown out the mix. But yeah, in the mix you can't really hear it. Or you can. So if I play it without, the drums are good, but there's not much percussion. There's the rim shot, which is normally enough, but I noticed on their track they use lots of percussion, so I've added this in. This helps it add a sort of more groove, you know. Cool, in terms of the processing, so I've got this drum bus on the top loop, so if I get rid of it, and apply it. This makes it a little bit more together and sort of fatter. I then got this glue compression. This is the same as the glue in Ableton glue, but it's just a third-party version, but it's the exact same. I'm using the Open Sound Bus comp. But yeah, it's the same plugin as, it's just called Glue Compressor. This is the exact same. So feel free to sort of copy the settings. Yeah, also I've got this reverb. This is coming from this drums room, so 100%, and it's the drums room preset. So you click drums room, it will come up, drums room here, and then 100%, and then yeah, I'm just mixing it in on the return channel without it. They're also a lot drier, but then with it, puts all the drums in the same sort of space. Because if you're playing drums, like a live drum kit in a room, that room's gonna have a certain reverb to it, and this basically mimics that, like giving although they're different drums from like different drum machines and shit, it gives the listener the impression that all the drums are from the same room. Cool. As well, just before the drop, we have this drum break. It's just an amen break, so you just Google amen break, then you'll find loads. And like with the vocal, so this plays, and then they have this like ad lib that they always use in their tracks, like YUQT, and yeah, so this obviously plays a normal vocal, and then just chops, and it happens pretty suddenly because the break stops with it, and this is like such a strange ad lib. Well, I don't know about strange, but it's not like the rest of the track. It sort of kills it right before the drop, and then makes the drop way more impactful. It's really cool production thing they can do because they've got that cool ad lib, right? And it's something you don't really see much because like obviously people have producer tags and all that sort of shit for making hip hop. Badger has one. He has I'm pretty sure it's the guy from People Just Do Nothing shouting like Badger just before the drop. Great, now we've done the drums, let's move on to the bass. Cool, so this bass sits nicely over the drums. So if you have a look at the notes, they're pretty simple. We'll just start on the B, move up to the D sharp, down to the C sharp, and then finish on that A sharp, and that just repeats itself. It's also the exact same notes as the bass on the piano. So this at the bottom here is the exact same notes, but the Reese is also just prolonged. In terms of the sound, I'm using Serum, and it's a preset from my Speed Gauge Volume 4 Serum preset pack. This pack has over 70 presets for making 6 Speed Gauge, just like the pros. Of course, if we have a look at the pack, we can look at the previews. We've got basses. Got donks, organ bass, chords, leads, and of course Reese's. And all of these are based off popular Speed Gauge tracks that have come out over the past 12 months. So definitely check it out. The link for that is in the description. Cool, so the preset I'm using is Reese Replay. Let's have a look how it's actually made. So in the sub, we have a sine wave pitched down by 2 octaves. In oscillator A, we have digital harmonic morph. And then this is pitched down by 2 octaves and the fine tune -30. We've then done the same in oscillator B, but we put the fine tune to +33 rather than minus like we've got in the A. We've then set the wavetable position to 135 and also 135 on the second one. This way they're playing against each other and gets that Reese sound. We've then run it through this filter, selected A and B, so both of these are going through this filter. Gone for a German LP down here in MISC. Boosted the res a little bit, just so you get a little bit more sort of volume and it stands out a lot better against the kick. And we've also put it on notes mode. So the higher the note, the higher the filter opens, and the lower, the less. Go to the effects, got this EQ, so it's boosting the fuck out of it. Could get rid of this. It sort of helps it punch through the mix a little bit more. Got a bit of distortion, compression, reverb, and a hyper dimension, making it a little bit wider. It's all the subtle effects like these, so none of them are doing that much on their own, but then all together it makes it sound a lot thicker and more professional sounding. Great, let's lastly have a look at the piano. Cool, so yeah, if we have a look at the notes, it's basically following that same bass notes down here, but then we've got these chords stacked on top, so these are just sort of thirds and fifths. It'd be... If you want to pause the video, feel free. This obviously stays the whole way, and then it transforms into this. So it's pretty simple piano, but yeah, it's really effective on top of that Reese Bass. I'm hearing a lot more piano in Speed Garage tracks as well, and it's something I'm doing in my own production. The next few videos will be going over a few of my own tracks, and a lot of that sort of Reese piano sort of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Also there, the speed of it's quite high. I think there's actually 140, but I sped it up a little bit. Fuck it. Yeah, so the sound itself presets from that Speed Garage Volume 4 pack. So it's the Never Gonna Stop, and also the On and On preset. So each sound like this. First one, quite high and tinny, and the second one more sort of low and shallow. But then when you stack them together, like even on its own, that's probably gonna be enough. But I always like to layer pianos. Like on some of my own tracks, I have like 4 piano layers all like stacked up, like high end, middle, sort of low. Do you know what I mean? It just helps to fill out the frequencies. You could also use other pianos, so you could use like the Grand, and then play around with the settings. See, it's a little bit sort of stagnant. Add some EQ. Oh, that sounds pretty good. So just blast the fuck out of the high end and cut down the lows. Other pianos, if you've got the Korg M1, that's like really good. So Korg M1, browser, pianos, one preset. I like this stereo one. Is it? No, it's not that one, is it? Or is it? Yeah, that is the one. But then I take away some of that room reverb because it's way too much. Maybe Master Effects. Yeah, more horses. It's like 2 amounts of reverb. It's just ridiculous. 3 amounts. In terms of other pianos, there's a Piano V as well by Autoria, but I can never get this to sound right in the mix for some reason. It just doesn't sound right for dance music. I'm not too sure what it is. So yeah, I wouldn't really fuss over that, to be honest. If you've got Roland, there's the Roland pianos, SRX pianos. Let's check these out. Oh yeah, I found these a little bit weak as well. They don't have much high end. Like, not that good, to be honest. Like, these presets sound a lot better. I mean, yeah, let me know what pianos you guys like to use. I'd like to, I'd be interested to see if there's any better ones out there. But, lastly, just for the effects, we have this white noise sweep. So it's from that drums pack. I've also got a kickstart 85%. This just helps bring a bit of energy when it drops. That's about it. It's almost like it doesn't drop, so I'm with it. Effects are really important to get right. You don't want to do it too loud, you don't want to do it too quiet, because the track will lack energy if it hasn't got any like noise effects and stuff. But yeah, this is what it all sounds like together. Great guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Comment down below which videos you want to see next. Cheers.